Hey YouTube, Mr. Lux here, the Married Gamer, and today's video is going to be a little bit different than the normal gameplay that you see on my channel, because today I wanted to talk about MLB The Show moving forward on the next-gen platforms, on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One Series X. The other day in my live stream, we were talking about, what do I expect from this game? How do I think it will look in the next-gen consoles? And, in my opinion, I think that next year's release we're not going to see that big of a jump in terms of, the quality of the game, features. We'll probably see a slightly graphical upgrade, but other than that, I don't really, and of course loading times, but other than that, I don't see like a big major upshift in the game itself. I think in the year 2022's release, we'll start to see like the fruits of their labor on the new platform start to come to fruition. So, but they did get me to thinking about what I would like to see in the game, and as far as to bring it more immersive and more realism to the game. And one of the things I talked about in my live stream that a lot of people don't even think about, or don't even realize, is the pitcher batter interface. And so let me explain what I'm talking about here. When you're in real life, when you're playing baseball and you're up to bat, a lot of you guys who've played baseball before, you know that you're locked in, you're focused solely on the pitcher, and you're locked in and you're watching his pitch arm, and then you're watching the ball as it leaves his arm, and then you're completely dialed in on that. Your eyes are dialed in on that. Everything else around you, whether you realize it or not, it's blur. It's like fog of war, so to speak. Like, it's blurred out. Because you're not focused on it. Your attention is completely focused in one area. And it got me to thinking, how could they replicate that in the game? And so what I did was, I talked about it on my stream. I was like, they need to create a depth of field camera view so that it will force your eye in the video game to focus in on that pitcher. Of course, we're playing in third person, so it's going to be a little bit different from a first person feel, but you will still get the same concept and the feeling of training your eyes to focus on the pitcher, and without all the extra disturbance on the screen, getting your attention as well, or distracting you. So what I did was I took an image from just a default image from MLB The Show 20, where the pitcher and the batter interface, and I just put a blur effect on it. And you will be surprised it's a subtle thing, but it's also something that is going to be huge in gameplay when the game is moving in live motion. So here's the first image. This is right here. This is a default image of MLB The Show, of the hitting camera. And you see, nothing's different. This is what you see right now. As of today, this is exactly how it looks. There's no like blur effect. There's no replication of distance. Everything is pretty clear. Like, whatever the resolution on the screen is, it's the same all over the screen. Whether you're looking at the furthest reaches of the outfield or the stadium, or whether you're looking up close at the home plate itself. Everything has the same resolution. Everything has the same depth of field. There's nothing that separates it. Now take a look at this. This right here is the same image, but with a slightly blurred effect, and it's multi-tiered blurred effect too, that you can't really see from the picture, but there's a slight blur beginning in the infield, right around where third base and the second baseman are. And then as you get further out in the outfield, the blur gets a little bit more pronounced. It gets a little bit deeper. But it's not a heavy blur effect, but it's just very slight. So if you look at the images, you may look at it and it's like, I don't even notice a difference. And, hopefully YouTube's compression doesn't make it harder to decipher. Okay, so let's go back to the original. Here's the original. And now here is the updated one with the blur effect. Original, blur effect. Original, blur effect. So as you can see, if you really focus on these images and understand the point I'm trying to make, I really hope that this is something that Sony San Diego, they're looking into other ways to fully immerse the realism and that realistic gameplay that they strive for in the game. And I think this is one of those ways. I will hope they make this like an actual camera angle, or make it an option to layer over any of the existing camera angles. So And I kind of think of it like, you know how they have the fisheye camera angle where they have, it's more like a widescreen view kind of thing. But I would think like this, I would call this something more like the eagle eye, because you're really dialed in. You know, eagles have great vision. Like they can see like for miles, like pinpoint vision. And I would call this something like the immersive view or the eagle vision camera or something like that. So I thought this was a cool idea when I talked about it on stream, and I just wanted to share that with you guys across my YouTube family here. And if you found my channel by some chance and you're not subscribed to the channel, please feel free to do so. But what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below and let me know what you think, or what would you like to see in the next generation consoles for MLB The Show. Like, what kind of ideas do you have for it? I definitely think this is something that, you know, would be really cool, subtle, but make a huge impact on gameplay and immersion. So if you guys agree with me, you know, feel free to tweet this video out, especially to the MLB The Show Twitter and Ramon Russell and everybody affiliated with the product. So thank you guys for your time. I'm Mr. Lux, the Merit Gamer, and I'm out. Peace.